We recently just got the live stream, which highlights the Shawnee and Tecumseh, and there's a few key takeaways. The biggest one being how involved the Shawnee are and how much input they had into the game. And then we also learned a few things about the game mechanics, including what's going to make starting in the exploration or modern age actually fun. Unlike previous games where if I started anywhere other than the ancient era, it was never fun for me, but now I can genuinely see myself playing the age of exploration from the get-go or starting in the modern age. As you see here, we have Ben Barnes, the Shawnee chief, Meier, who is from the Shawnee Language Center. So a lot of what's talked about in the stream is just the process of putting the Shawnee in the game and putting Tecumseh in the game. And they highlight how they use Shawnee musicians, how they have a Shawnee voice actor, and then also how the Firaxis team is working with the Shawnee, and the Shawnee are using their resources, and they're working together really well. And then another thing that was really cool as well, two guys are gamers. Carl said he played Civ 5 during the stream, and they even talked about how they went back and forth with Carl writing down like a list of attributes that would be like cool and thematic, and going back and forth with the developers at Firaxis to really create authentic gameplay and design for the abilities of the Shawnee and Tecumseh in Civ 7. Additionally, there's a lot of focus on art, and there was clearly some back and forth there as well. And for some things they do mention they had to extrapolate. There wasn't a Shawnee University, but what would that have looked like at this point in time? They took some modern inspirations from that, they took some historical inspirations, and they just kind of melded it together, and it's really cool. Anyways, I'm really excited about what they've already shown, and they really seem to have a really good relationship where I think if you aren't from the Shawnee, I think you're going to be able to learn a lot about the Shawnee through Civ 7, and I just think that's really cool. And then another thing I want to highlight is pronunciations. I'm just going to have the clips play from the live stream, so repeat this part a few times and practice the words so you can get them down.
Chakialakowalakwe actually means something of all of our relations. Nepakithaki, we've got Kispako Nenato, and we've got Ho Chepkilini, Mwasko Escote, the council fire.
The story of Tenskwatawa.
The Chillicothe was historically our capital city, basically.
Next thing I want to highlight is the start. You can see here that we're getting a bunch of resources. Most of them are carrying over from the Age of Antiquity. So you can see jade, what I believe is sugar. You can see dyes. You can see gypsum. You can see dates. You can see horses. You can see silk. You can see silver. You can see marble. You can see iron. You can see ivory. And then there's also wine. What's new to the Age of Exploration, it's not cows, it's not bulls, it's pigs, it's hogs, and they're eating truffles. You're going to get plus 20% production towards training units, which if I remember correctly is not too dissimilar from salt. And then in terms of synergy with Tecumseh and the Shawnee's abilities, I don't remember what all of the Empire resources were. You're going to get silver, that's an Empire resource. Marble, I remember being one. Iron's right over here, they settle that later. So you're going to be able to fairly easily get 3, maybe more Empire resources. And then I cannot tell if that's a unit or a resource. I'm just a little bit confused there. If you've got that figured out, say it in the comments, I'd love to know. And then in terms of gameplay, this is where it actually really gets good because they're starting from the Age of Exploration. You can see like the capital here, and it's extending from the city center 3 tiles out in most places. In some places it's only 2, but you can see it's already for the most part developed. And then also you can see the buildings right already on like the silver and whatnot. Your stuff is improved already. You have a variety of buildings already, so it's not like previous Civ games where you're literally building everything from scratch. And then with starting in the exploration age, you can kind of see what you're getting at the start. So it's very much just like the age transition from antiquity to exploration that was highlighted in the antiquity age live stream. So you can see here you get 7 points to spend however you like. They're wild cards, and you can just place cities or towns. It looks like there's a bit of UI bug where it doesn't list the towns multiple times. That should be fixed by February. They're on a custom preset to show us the process. They also have presets that they didn't switch to where everything's picked for you. They have an autofill feature as well. And then you're also able to toggle to the map and just kind of scan around. And so with starting in the Age of Exploration, you can see you can get units as well. You can get walls, you can get a couple civics, you can get gold or population. And then there's also 3 techs for you to choose from. And then you can also see the process of placing a city or a town, and it's just very instant. It's really interesting that way. You can choose to finish the placement before you've actually put all of your cities and towns down if you want to get a settler out instead. But you can kind of just see here they place the city and they discover a natural wonder. And then also you can see like you place it, it's automatically expanded. Look at all of these buildings you automatically get. Tiles like are automatically improved with the resources on them, so you aren't missing out on those resources. And like the capital is 3, maybe 2 tiles in a lot of places, but but it's really connected. And then here you can see with the town that there's less taken over, there's less buildings. The dates, the cows are still improved. It looks like there may be like dock or a port as well. And then you can kind of see as well up here, it looks like they have 2 generals, and it looks like there's a ship of some sort. I'm not quite sure what kind of ship that is. Then there's their settler unit. You can also see just how much you're starting with in the Age of Exploration. You're getting like 45 science, 47 culture. If you weren't to add any towns or cities, like you would still be getting that, and I think that's really big. And then a few other things I've noticed is you can see the religions. So you can see like Christianity up here, Hinduism over here, and then another interesting bit about that is that there's 2 of each religious symbol. I don't know what that means. We'll kind of have to wait and see on that, but it looks like there will be some sort of mechanic where religious power is scaling in a city or settlement based off how many people are converted maybe. And one more thing I forgot, the Age of Exploration with the start, you can see that Tecumseh has 5 leader attribute points to upgrade him that you get to use. So you're going to be able to upgrade your leader from the start of the Exploration Age. Anyways, that's really all the big things I picked up on from the live stream. I suggest you go watch the live stream yourself anyways. I'll link to the live stream down in the description. I'll link to the Shawnee's website down in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you've already checked out all of those things, then I guess check out this video right here.